Hello, hello. This is Pat with Patreska Papers, and I'm here with a little bit of an extra freebie and tutorial for Christmas in July. And I wanted to do this to kind of document it for myself on how best to do the binding and how to add extra things into a traveler's journal. And the traveler's journal I'm talking about is our Christmas in July Christmas book to organize us for Christmas. Now it's a big traveler's notebook style. It's, what is it, 6? I never can remember. Yes, 6 inches by 8 inches with a 2-inch spine. 2-inch? 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 2.5. 2.5-inch spine. So, in my original video about the book, I talked about doing a double thread or a double elastic, and then you could put extra booklets in, like this one has one there, and also, so it's just one on this one. Some of them have 2. I don't know which ones, but I want to talk about it, okay? So, the things I'm going to show you today, I have come up with an elastic binding that fits the size of our binding for the Christmas book. And I've gone over this and I think it works. So we're going to do that. And also we're going to make an insert that's like just a little slip-in folio. And I have a template that you can print on the back of any paper that you want. That's going to be towards the end, so stay tuned for that. But right now, let's talk about the binding. And I have done this a couple of times and I measured, and if you're going to do double, you're going to want a piece of elastic, 80 inches. If you're going to do single, 50 inches. Now why it's not half of that, I don't know. It almost is. It almost is. You still have to have that knot. So I have a spine here cut out of my favorite cardboard Haagen-Dazs box. I have given the holes a number, and there are 5 books, and so I've gone for 5. Now if you want to do more, you're going to have to figure that one out. But if you do 5, I've got 1T, 2T, 3T, 4T, 5T, T meaning top. 1B, 2B, 3B, 4B, 5B meaning bottom. And on here, in means coming from the back, and out means going out of the spine. So this would be in, and this would be out. I don't know any other way to say it, so hopefully this will make sense. I have instructions here for double and for single. We're going to do the single first because it's easier to unthread. Oh, let me bring it back over here, and we're going to go here, and I want to be on camera. Am I on the camera? Yeah. Okay. So for the single elastic binding, I have 50 inches of 1.5 millimeter elastic. Do you have to use 1.5? No. You can use thicker. It will be harder to get in and out of holes. You can use thinner, especially if you're doing double, you could do that. But thinner gets a little wimpy. in my estimation. This is just right for me. Hopefully it is for you. And also, you can use cording or string, something with some substance to it. Will you have that stretchiness? No, but you can still slide things in and out of just a string binding. So if you cannot come up with elastic, don't fret. Just use some crochet cotton or twine. You could even use jute. Okay? Okay, so here we go. We're going to follow this. It says in through 3T. So in through 3T, it says leave a 5-inch tail. This is 8 inches, so I'm going to estimate that's 5. It says start with the long end. This is the long end, and it says go in 4T and out 4B. So down here. You have to trim this. All right, and after we've done 4B, we go in 5B, which means from the back. Okay, so we're going to come in 5B, and then it says go out 5T, which is at the top because it's a T. And now we're skipping and we're jumping over to 3T. One of the reasons that I wanted to do this, I think the one I showed for the book, I had a piece running across the back, which is not a big deal, but it's a waste of elastic. So I wanted to do this. It's hopefully the most conservative of the elastic. So we came in 3T, we went out for 3B, right there. We're going to go in 2B and out 2T, and then we're going to go in 1T, and we're going to go, oh, is my 50 inches not enough? Could be that I haven't tightened things up enough. Let's see what we can do. And then out 1B, and then we're going to jump over. I don't have anything to jump with. Let's see if we can. Well, okay, you need a little bit more. Let's see, maybe my tail is too long. Let's see if we can even that out a little bit. This comes over here. Where? Here and there. No, there. And then this is here, that's there. Maybe we'll make it in there. And we've got to come up this center. 3B, in 3B. And then join it with this, and I'm a few inches shy, but you would tie a square knot. Your center will have 2 elastics, one with a knot and one without. All right, let's do the double, because I want to talk about how useful the double is. Okay, I'm wearing out this spine, so I'm not planning on using it. All right, so again, we start within 3T, and then we're going to have a tail. I'm going to put just a little piece of tape there so I don't have to chase it. All right, then we take the long end, and we're going to go in from the back in 4T, down to 4B, and then we're going to come in 5B from the back, and we're going to go out 5T there. Now this is where we divert from the single, because at the single we came over to 3T. We're going to come over to 4T because we're doubling this. So we're going to come in 4T and down and out 4B for the bottom. Hope I'm not jumping all over the place. I'm sorry if I am. And then we're going to come out 5B and in 5B, pardon me, and out 5T, which is right there. I think you can see that. I don't know if it's big enough to read. And now we go out, no, in 3T and out 3B. We're ignoring that little tail right now, because now we're going to do the same thing we did on the right side. We're going to do it on the left side. So we're coming in 2B from the back, and then out 2T. Whoa. In 2T, and then we're going to come in 1T. Whatever way you're going out, you're coming in the same way, but the next hole over. And then we're going out 1B. Since we're doubling it, we're going to come over to 2B and go in 2B and out 2T. Because we're doubling it, we're going to go in 1T and out 1B, and we skip over to 3B. And this is where we are going to join up with that little tail with a square knot. Okay. So now we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 places that we can add books or inserts. I want to use this. I want to show you. So these are 5 of the booklets. So I can do one there, and I can do one here. The nice thing is the book has a big enough spine that we can pack it full. Can go there. And of course you would have your papers in. All right. And then one of these. We'll use one with the knot. Okay, so then we have 5 more that we can utilize. Now, what we're doing today is a little folio. Now, I have an elastic added if you're going to be taking this out and with you. I'm going to slide it down in here for the moment while I'm sliding this in. And this can go right in there like that. So that would be in our book like that. Now, if you've already done your binding and you did single, not to worry, because there are ways to expand upon that. So let me take out this book and this book. And so we have this page, or this book right here, and we want to add another 2 books. What you will do is you'll take a piece of elastic. I had one here tied already. I don't have one. I thought I did. Anyway, we want it to be that plus a knot. So I'm just going to cut that. And I'm going to do an overhand knot. Or I mean a square knot, not an overhand. And somebody sells these. I think I've even seen them on Amazon. I think they're called extenders or something. All right, come on. You can do this. It's harder when you don't have something to gauge where that end is. I think that will work. So what you're going to do is you will slide this onto one of the things that you want to add. You will slide this underneath to this side and slide that in right there. And now you have added, let's get that knot into the inside. You have added 2 more books without having to worry about your spine. So let me do that again. So I have already committed myself to single elastics. And this could even be if you've done double and you want to add something. But you've got your book with your elastic down the center. You do an elastic in a circle. You will slide it in between and take one of the books that you want to add and add that. Well, add it before. It's easier. You lay it on there and then you pick this one up a little and just slide that elastic through. And take this one and slide it up into there. And now you have added 2 more options to your book. Now, let's look at it in this book. All right. So for instance, let's jump down to this one right here. Well, you're a little thick there. Let's do this one. Let's say, okay, I do want to have more in there than I allotted for with my single elastic. So I'm going to take one of the ones that I want to add. I've got my circle of elastic. I do want to have that knot in the center, in the middle. Okay. Then I'm going to flip this here, and I want to reach under, and as it gets fuller, it could be a little more persnickety. I need to pull that up, and I've grabbed it. Okay. And then I'm going to take the one I want to add on this side, slide that in, and now we have another one in, We have our original one that was in, and we have another one slid in there. So we can load this little book full of lists, and I gave you, I think it was 11 or 12 of these. And so for instance, I've got, where is it? This one. I've got wish lists and something else combined. Where's the one I've got combined? So I've got events, that one. This one's got Christmas card lists and notes. So I could take out the notes. Let's do that. Let's take out the notes right here. And then that can go, where's that one we put in? Right here. We can slide the notes right in that one. And so now it has its own. Now, you can staple these and commit them to being whatever you want. But if you're going to be taking them out, that might be a wise thing for you. But if you're keeping them in and you just want to take out one sheet, let's say you have an event you are planning, you can pull just one of them out. Have I stapled those? No. So you would pull out one. You could plan your event, and then you can slide it back in. It's up to you how you are planning to use this Christmas book. Okay? And I thought this was fun. I found some old pages. And that brings me to my next way to put something in. So I'm going to take out these notes. I'm going to take out notes, and I'm going to take out the Christmas card list. I'm going to set this aside for a moment. I want to turn this into one insert instead of two. I'm going to use some paper tape. You could use washi, but washi can be less sticky. So I'm going to put this along that edge and cut it off. I want it flush. I don't want it folding over. Take the notes, and I'm going to leave just a little space there. Little, not a lot. Come on. Oh, my hand just keeps pulling it. Just like that. And then another piece on this side. And I just remembered this works much better if these are stapled. So give me just a second. Let me grab my stapler. If not stapled, those pages will not stay together. So you would need to staple. If you've got the long arm, that's awesome. This is what I have. So I think that I don't know. This is probably not stapling them in the right place. We'll find out. And that's right there. That's right there. All right, so now we have the two made into one booklet, but we can take this and again we can, let's see, can we do that? Let's do this, And let's do this because we want to cover on them. My first books that I'm using were shorter. So just use your imagination, then that's long. So I put that cover on it. I open this up and I can take this. Come on, where are you? There you are. And I can slide it under that elastic, under that book, coax it in there, and then slide it so that the creases match up. And now we have the Christmas card list, and it's separate from the notes, and it's separate from this book, which has the events in it. And again, we've got plenty of room for that. Okay? Okay. Now, let's make this quick and easy little folio. This one right here. Let's get you out of there. And where is it? There it is. So I am going to be posting this template that you can print and then run through again with whatever paper you want. This is not part of it. This is part of, I think it was week 2, the calendar. It's just a little notepad and it just seemed to slide right in there nicely. Okay, so let's make this. I've got white on there. I am just going to cut it off just like that. Let's see. Yeah, I need to do that. While I'm cutting, I want to say hello. Hope everyone is well. Everyone is creating. I hope you're playing along with my Christmas in July. If you aren't doing it now, no fear, no worries, no problems. Do it when you can. That's why we started it in July. But if you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you're enjoying my content. If you are one of my subscribers, thank you so much for coming back. I love it that you will come back. All right, I'm going to use my scoreboard. I first of all was going to just give you the dimensions to score, but it's so much easier if you've got it on a template. So score there. I'm gonna score here and then across the bottom. And it's free. It's a freebie. Go grab your freebie. That's linked below on my Etsy or my KoFi coffee shop. Shop? Yes, shop. All right. So I'm folding those in, and I did 3 on this spine, so it can, if you're going to have it span over a couple of books, if you insert it in the elastics, I want it to be able to go around. Now, this hole right here is for a little piece of elastic if you want it. This one we are not going to put in the elastic. So I'm going to cut. And this has a little bit of a slant to it. I'm going to think, no, I'm just going to cut that off. Sometimes I glue it, it will help have strengthen it. Okay, this one also, there and there. Okay, and let's take this out of here. We don't need you anymore, but thank you. And we're going to fold this up. But first, let's glue these down. These give a little bit of strength to those edges. Now you can put pockets in here, whatever you want. If you want to put a slant pocket, I wanted to try to make this useful with just one piece of paper. Now, when I did this one, I had a piece of the collage that I ended up cutting a little bit so that it would be a bigger pocket like that. This one, I am not, but it would be an easy thing to do. Just figure out your width, put it on, and then cut the slant following that. So you can see that I did that. I cut following the slant of this. You could make it as tall as you wanted, depending on what you want to put in there. But this, I am only going to glue here on this, just like that. I'm going to kind of leave it as an open slide in. And this one, I think I'll do the same thing. I'm not going to close it up as a pocket. It's up to you. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do with it. Now, I think that I will probably make this template a little bit lighter in color. Then you could print it double-sided, so you could have a lining color in here. Now, let's take this. It's that easy and that quick. Let's just take this, and we're going to slide this into the center of gifts. This could be where you put receipts, but that just slides right in there. And you can see we're getting there. We're getting more and more fun things in our book. Pretty soon, this won't be floppy. This will be just holding it from falling open instead of falling closed. All right, I hope you enjoy this. So you need to grab your freebies for the double, single and double, and for this little simple, as simple as you want it, folio. Okay? All right. Hey, thank you so much. I'll see you again soon with the regular Tuesday, Christmas in July. This is just an extra, just a little something for you. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.